coming up. Happy Monday, you guys. We're almost on time today. I'm Trisha Turner. It's Rise and Thrive. This is a podcast coming to you every Monday at 12 p.m.-ish Central Time to bring you something positive about the four most important pillars in my life, that being faith, family, finances, and fitness. The episode today kind of rolls all of that in. And I'm super excited because I have these two amazing people with me today. Y'all, their heart is like in it. They are in real estate now, but they at one time were teachers. And they came up with this crazy idea, brilliant idea, giving idea about a teacher giveaway. We're going to talk about that today. But first, let me welcome Emily and Alejandra today. Welcome, you guys.
Hello. Hi.
Y'all that do not know them in the world out there, you need to. They are real estate agents with Realty of America, which is who we are with as well. But they at one point were teachers. So Alejandra, you were in it longer than Emily. So let's start with you. For everyone that doesn't know your background, give us a little bit of background, like how long were you a teacher? What age group did you teach? Where did you teach? And why did you stop teaching?
Okay, so hi, I'm Alejandra Reyes. I'm a realtor here with Realty of America and Trisha Turner Group. And I taught for 12 years. So I actually started teaching in 2013. I went to college for education. So bilingual education was my background. I started in elementary school. So I taught third grade, second grade, fifth grade. Then I went to middle school and I taught sixth grade for 4 years during the pandemic. So that was great. But then after that, I had gotten my master's in educational leadership and I went back to elementary and I did some bilingual interventionists, which is where you basically work with small groups of kids all day long. So I had like 10 groups of like 4 or 5 kids that I would work with on just phonics and getting them caught up to where they needed to be. So that was from kinder all the way to 4th grade. So I had lots of different groups that year. And then due to funding, they cut a lot of the positions that were not classroom teachers. So my position was one of the positions that got cut. And so I ended up going back into the classroom and taught 3rd grade. So that was last year. It was a really good experience. My 12 years, I really loved everything about it. Just the only thing that kind of made me leave education was the flexibility that I needed in my family life. So that's kind of where I started thinking about other career opportunities. And so I was blessed to be friends. I'm friends with a really good realtor here in the Houston area too, Cindy. Excuse me. Cindy Reyes. And so she kind of was the one that started giving me some information and teaching me about what I needed to do to start the process. And in December, I started my real estate classes and I actually finished them in like 5 weeks. So I took advantage of that holiday break and just did everything I could. And I got licensed February 14th. So
of this year, right?
Yes. So I've been learning everything I can and soaking it all up.
So looking back, like 12 years is a long time to be a teacher, and you taught like so many different age groups and you taught during COVID. During that time of COVID, I've heard like horror stories. Was that like a big change in how you guys taught and how your whole like dynamics of teaching came about?
I mean, teaching in general is like you're building the plane as you're flying it always. So it really just wasn't too crazy. But I mean, it was a big change because just everyone was either at home or in person. So you had to teach kids here on the screen, keep them engaged. And also, oh, wait, you guys. So the ones that were in the classroom also had to be engaged. So it was a lot. It was a big task for sure. We had to redo curriculum completely because we had to be able to have the kids online and the kids in person. So it was a huge project.
During that 12 years of you teaching, I would imagine you saw pay increases, correct?
Um, yes, I could say. I mean, yeah, they typically do give you a raise sometimes, not all the time. But then, along with the increase, every year has been insurance goes up, so really you don't see much of an increase. I think my last raise ended up being like $16 per month.
Which is
So
crazy.
yeah, it's ridiculous to be honest. But I mean,
And then have you also seen in that 12 years the difficulty increasing in actually in the classroom and the amount of hours that you're actually having to work to be a teacher?
yes, definitely. I mean, your contract hours are typically eight, like I think ours were like 8:10 to 4:30, but in reality, that's when you start your other job, which is all the paperwork, all the grading, all the grading essays. I did reading language arts for 12 years. So when you have 30, 40 kids and you're having to do essays and they're 3-page essays, that's a lot of extra time, and we don't get compensated for anything because we're salary jobs. So that's just kind of, it comes with the territory of you have to do it, you have to take it home, you have to stay after school. I know my first few years when I was still learning, I would be at work until 9 o'clock at night sometimes.
Wow.
So it was like a group of us that would always be there, and so just that's the life of a teacher. And unfortunately, we tend to fall into the, oh, it's for the kids, it's for the kids, but really it shouldn't be like that. So
No. Wow. What that's a story. I love it. Emily, how about you? Let's get a little bit of your backstory. Same thing. You were a teacher before. How long were you a teacher? Where were you teaching? Grades that you taught, and what made you decide to stop teaching?
Yes, I'm Emily. I taught for 4 years. I graduated from college in 2020 from Texas State. And then, so yeah, during COVID time. So my student teaching was during COVID time. So I started teaching at a time where teaching wasn't even normal. Everyone was wearing a mask. We were doing online, and then it was in person. So that was even crazy to start with. And then I decided I wanted to get my master's during my first year of teaching. So I did that at the same time during my first year of teaching, and that was in Central Texas. I taught second grade, and then I'm not from Central Texas, I'm from Katy, so I wanted to come back home. And so my last 4 years of teaching, I taught in Katy ISD, second grade. I'm not gonna lie, my first 2 years of teaching were a bit rough. I was still just learning what routines I wanted in my classroom, the kind of teacher I wanted to be. And so my third year, I got more of the hang of it. I was like, okay, like this is great. And then my fourth year, which was this past year, the beginning of it was a bit rough, not gonna lie. Oh my goodness. And so each year is so different because you have a different group of kids. Like you don't know what you're gonna expect until you're there. And you have to be so flexible every single day. And so Raina, my best friend, she was in real estate, and she was always telling me like, girl, like do it even if it's part-time. And I was just like, no, like it's okay. Like I don't know. I'm gonna stick to teaching. And then just the more I had conversations with her, the more I saw her do it, the more I was like, maybe I could do this, even if it's just like part-time or something. But I was like, no, if I'm gonna do something and it's gonna be something new, like I'm gonna go in full force. I'm gonna leave teaching. I'm gonna do this like all the way. And that was definitely a hard decision because I was like still so early in my career.
Yeah.
And I'm still learning. Like each year as a teacher, you learn and you get better and you get better and you get better. And so for me, I was like, I'm still so early in my career. Like, why not go do something new and take that risk? And so that's where I'm at, and I've been loving it. But it's been a journey for sure.
Okay, so I always am thinking, I'm listening and I'm thinking. So Emily, you did it for 4 years. Once you got, it's kind of, I'm thinking like, is it one of those things where once you got involved in it, you were thinking, what was I thinking? This is not what I thought it was going to be.
Yes.
Yeah, it's totally okay.
It was a lot. School is so different from actually being in the classroom, like so different. And I was like, wow, I didn't expect it to be the way it was. In some good ways too, though. I was like, I love this, but it was also was difficult at times.
Yeah.
You give so much of yourself to your students, to your classroom, to making it what you want to be. You're spending long hours at the school, especially my first 2 years of teaching. I would stay till 9 p.m. just getting things ready, getting organized. And so it definitely wasn't what I expected, that's for sure.
Mhm. And now that so you guys that are paying attention, school started here in our area in August, and today is mid-September, so it's been in session for a little over a month. When school started, I asked both of them, I was like, well, typically you guys would be going back into the classrooms right now, and you're not, clearly, because you're doing both real estate full time. Any regrets? And both of you were like, no. So here we are now. School's been back in session for like a month. Are you guys feeling like that was in your past? This is your future? Are you feeling any regrets?
No.
I don't feel like
I mean, I feel like you always miss like the kids and working with them and interacting with them, like, because it's it's always fun, but just seeing the big picture and just thinking about your future, it's like it was an easy decision.
Yeah.
When y'all were there, and again, you talked to other teachers, like especially you, Alejandra, you were being in there, 12 years, so you have a large network of teachers that you talk to. I always look at because I've been in real estate forever, so I look at teachers, police officers, things like that. The people that really are making a difference in our world, saving lives, changing lives, training our people, our young people, they're the ones that get paid the least and are expected to give so much, which I think is just wrong in all areas. But then even as a teacher, to go and want to do something like that, I don't have the patience to teach kids. I'd probably got in my mind. I don't know that they would survive. I would do like crazy. I can teach adults, but I don't know about kids. So it takes a special person to want to do that anyway. Was there ever a time when I'll start with you, Alejandra, was there ever a time when you were in your career as a teacher where you're like, what was I thinking? Like, I'm not making the money that I think I should. Maybe I should leave this thing. What kept you in it?
The love for the kids for sure is what kept me in it. Because really, I mean, and I always taught star grades, which is like state testing, and it's hard to teach kids, especially when they don't want to be there and they don't. In middle school, especially, it was like, I don't fucking care, like things like that. And that's how they would respond. And it's like, well, how do you keep them, engaged? And so it's very hard. It's very, and it's not like, okay, I'm done for the day, let me go home. It's, you got to go home and still figure out so how am I going to bring these kids back to where they need to be and fill those gaps that are just growing year by year. And so it's a lot of work and just things are just always piled on. And you would think, oh, well, teachers work so hard, let's give them less things to have to do. And it's like, no, there's always something more. And, well, you just have to do it. You just have to do it. So it crossed my mind a lot of times.
I bet.
But I mean, in the end, it's always that well, it's for the kids. And so let me just keep going. Let me keep going. And so, yeah, I think if my family situation wouldn't have happened, I probably would have still been there. So
wow. Well, I mean, blessings in disguise, right?
Yes.
When you both look at your time, 4 years, 12 years, your time there, do you see the because back to school when people are supposed to chip in for supplies and kids are supposed to come prepared, over time, have you seen that? The amount of parent participation, I should say, have you seen that decrease or increase?
Decrease for sure. So I know when I started, it was like you would get maybe a couple kids bring stuff in. And so sometimes you have good principals who help you out and they're like, no, tell me what you need. Like I had a really good one who was very no, tell me exactly what y'all need. I'm purchasing it all. So they would have funds available. But then, there's other administrators who don't see it that way. And they're just like, well, you just got to buy everything. So I know with COVID, one of the years, it was like, well, there's no more tissues. There's no Lysol, or there's no this, there's no that. And it's just kind of like, well, we need tissues, we need wipes, we need pencils, we need everything. So, and unfortunately, a lot of parents don't bring the supplies, and it falls on you as a teacher. So you go and you just buy stuff, and it's just, well, I gotta buy it. I gotta buy it. So it's
See,
just,
I never knew that either. And so I think probably the world is a lot like me. I just assumed that yes, we're supposed to bring it in as a parent and we bring it in, but then whatever we don't have or don't bring, I always thought the school provides it. So that's not correct, right?
it's not always the case, no.
Mhm.
Or like a lot of times they'll bring stuff. Like I had one year where they would bring stuff in, and mid-year you're out of everything, so you got to go buy everything. And I think this last year I did have one parent who was just amazing, and I loved her. She would always like check in, like, hey, what do you need? So I'd be like, Lysol, please, and tissues. So anytime she would text me, she'd be like, hey, Miss Reyes, how are you? Like, tell me if you need anything. And till this day, I would tell her, you're like, you've been one of my best parents, because like it's true, like everything falls on you. And when you have someone like that, it's like, oh, thank God, I know I can count on her to help me out. And so like, just I would always appreciate that. But yeah, it's hard when it's missing and you need it for class, you just buy it.
Yeah, it's like just easier to go out and you get it yourself. That's what I would do. Like I kind of hated asking for help, so I would just go and get it all just on my own.
Which is crazy because it's like teachers aren't even making a lot of money, and that stuff's not cheap.
Mm-mm.
On the education thing, I was listening to a podcast, of course, this morning, and some of it was on education. And they were talking about the world that we live in today, where things are just crazy and people are freaking crazy. Was there ever a concern for both of you? And Emily, we'll start with you, for your safety, because there's been this eruption in school shootings and such. Emily, were you ever worried or concerned about that?
I would say yes. It's just kind of something that's always in the back of your mind, because you just never know what could happen. So I know for me, like I always thought, okay, if something does happen, what am I going to do? Where am I going to put the kids? Like, because I'm going to do whatever I can to keep my kids safe. That's my top priority. And so, but it is sad to think like they're always thinking of that, because you never know what could happen. And so that's definitely something that I always thought about in the back of my mind.
How about you, Alejandra?
Same. I mean, we always did drills and intruder drills and lockdown drills. So I feel like we were prepared, but you always, like Emily said, you always have that mindset of, crap, what would happen if someone starts shooting? Like, what are we doing? Mm-hmm. And so luckily, you do build that family with your students in your classroom. And it was like, we're going to break the window. I even had one of those little window breakers, and I would tell them, like, it's in my desk. If something ever happens, break it. We're going to throw we're going to throw everyone's jackets and backpacks so we don't get cut. And we're like crossing like out into the playground and we're running. And so just like, that's just something that's always a conversation in the classroom. Mm-hmm. So it's very unfortunate, but they have to have a plan, right?
Yeah. And I would imagine, like, from any grade, whether it's a kindergartner to a high school student, you're dealing with, like, there's kids that don't have things good at home, and school's kind of like their only safe place, and their saving grace and the only smile they may get during the day. And I'll start with you, Emily, again. Did you, during your time as a teacher, encounter that often, where you would have, sad kids, disturbed kids? Were you that like shining light for them?
Yes, I did have that. I worked at a Title I school, and so I kind of had a mix of kids. I had kids who came from a loving environment, and then I had kids who school was their safe space. And I know for me, to make my classroom like what it was, that's why like the giveaway is so important to us, because a lot of the money that we would spend on our classroom was to make it what it is, that's safe and loving environment for them. And so for me, like, I feel like that's one of the reasons I wanted to be a teacher, was to be that safe person for my kids, and loving, and to know that I love you. Like, thank you for being here today. Like, I care about you. And so, yes, definitely, for sure.
How about you, Alejandra?
Same. Yeah, it's always, that's one of the big things, is just being their safe place. And a lot of times you see it right before a long break, like kids start acting up, and it's normally the kids who don't have a safe place at home that do tend to act up. And, just I think that's why my heart is still so like wanting to help teachers out, even though I'm not in the classroom anymore, because I know what you go through. I know the struggles, I know the expenses, even just buying snacks for kids. Like a lot of times here, you know, I'm just gonna buy a bunch of stuff at Sam's to have it available because like they get hungry. So yes.
I think it's super cool. Both of y'all come from the teacher background. And I know y'all personally, and you're both amazing people. And you came out of the world or the career of changing little lives and making them better and making that your priority. And now you've transitioned into changing adult lives because that you're realtors. You're both realtors and you're both doing amazing and you're both new and you've taken on this massive undertaking of going from a career that you knew that was semi-structured to one that you did not know that is not structured. Like you are on your own, you are your own boss, you got to make your own money. There is no salary, like it's on you. And both of y'all are doing great. You're both self-disciplined, focused, doing the work. And y'all came up with this when school was about to start. Y'all came up with this teacher giveaway. So, and I know a lot of people that are paying attention to this right now were watching your first initial teacher giveaway. Talk to us about that, where it came from, and walk us through what happened.
I think we kind of both had like said like, hey, I think Emily said, hey, are you doing anything for the teachers at your school?
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I don't think like just for the school because, you know, it's a lot of teachers. And right now, you know, I got to close more deals first.
Yes.
That was my response. And so then I was like, but I was thinking of doing like a raffle or like a giveaway, you know, like a gift card to help out with supplies. And she was like, oh my God, I love that. And so she's like, so how are you going to do it? And I was like, honestly, I was just going to do it on social media and give away like $100 gift card. And she's like, oh, I'll do one too. And so we just kind of were like, okay, let's make a video and see what happens.
Yeah, so we made the video like a few days later and it took off. It was crazy. We did not know we would have that many people commenting, sharing, but it was so cool to see that.
Tell everybody how many people you guys had engaged.
So through social media, we did TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook, and we had 1,300 entries. 1,300. Oh my God. So we were overwhelmed. I'm not gonna lie, that first night, because we were like, hey, let's like make sure we're putting them on an Excel spreadsheet. And so she's like, okay, cool. Like we can do it like that to keep track of everybody. Yeah. And I was like, I'll look at it at night and add the people. And she's like, okay, cool. And then I'll start doing that too. And so that night, I think I messaged her and I was like, oh my God, have you seen this? There's like 300 people. And she was like, I love it.
Just on TikTok, I was like, oh my goodness. Multiple entries.
Yes.
I was like, oh my God.
Yes. And they were just sharing it. I mean, it was just simple, like tag a friend, your teacher bestie, like our pages, share it, share it on your story for an extra entry. And so like there was so much engagement. We just loved it. So
yeah.
And then you guys did the drawing, right?
Yes. We did the drawing and it was only like a week and a half later that we did it, right? It was like almost 2 weeks. Almost 2 weeks. Yeah. And we did the giveaway and it was great. 2 teachers got, one was from Dallas, I believe, and the other one was from San Antonio area. So it was great to see, and we actually started looking at where they were from. And it was like national, like there was people from Hawaii and like New York and California. And I was like, did you see this? Oh my God.
We're everywhere.
So it was so good. And so I shared it with y'all and it took off even bigger.
Yes.
Did the teachers, were they the winners? Were they like super receptive?
Yes. The one for sure, the one in San Antonio, she had recorded previously from like the drawing where she was like recording herself in her classroom, I think it was. And she's like manifesting this money thing. I'm manifesting it. It's coming. And so then she actually did another video where she's like, I won. I manifested it. It came true. And so it was just really cool to see.
That's super cool. And so then like, you guys they're telling me about it. I'm like, oh, we got to do more. Like we have to get more. Why would we not? Because what they also didn't know is that years ago, I created this program called the Protect and Serve program. And it's not been something that we've been really public about lately because the market's been so crazy weird for the last 3 years. So it's kind of been dormant. And so this like reignited our passion for helping others. And teachers are part of the Protect and Serve program, which we'll talk about after this, because y'all, we decided then we were going to get 5 lucky winners, right, y'all?
Yes.
And so when y'all announced that you were going to do another teacher giveaway, but we were going to pick 5 winners this time, now you had a website created, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
We
tell
have-
everybody the name of it so they can go look.
Oh, the website of it?
Yep.
I think it was www.trishaturnergroup.com/teacher-giveaway.
So teachers, if y'all want to check it out, because you never know, we might do another one. I mean, we didn't realize the need, or I didn't for sure, of these teachers, because clearly I thought the schools provided the supplies. So to know that the teachers are having to pay for it out of their own pockets is just crazy. So we're going to try to help out. So the drawing, when was the deadline for them to register, you guys?
Yesterday.
Yes.
Okay.
So by the end of the day.
And y'all, we haven't selected anything yet. Like, I don't know any of the details. I'm finding it out right here with y'all. How many total registrations did y'all get?
We got
131.
115.
150.
Hey, 115 teachers, hopefully they're all teachers, have registered for this. And hopefully they're watching live to see if their name's about to get called, because we're going to do it right now.
Yes.
So,
All right.
y'all ready?
Yes.
All right. One of you, or we can alternate. Each of you announce the next winner, or however y'all want to do it. It's on y'all.
All right. Emily's gonna pull the number, and then she's gonna check to see which one is our winner.
Yes. So
Okay.
every teacher, we assigned you a number. So I'm gonna randomly generate one. Okay, first one is number 65, and that is Maggie Yang.
Maggie.
Does it say where Maggie's located?
It doesn't say. Let me check real quick if I can see.
So Maggie Yang, if you're listening, you are selection number 1.
Oh,
No, I think she's in Texas, but it's on my screen, so I can't look at it.
That's
Can I-
okay.
Can I click out of this?
Yeah. I think
Okay.
we're about to see, right? Yeah, y'all are still on.
Okay.
We're doing a live giveaway, y'all. 5 lucky teachers are about to get $100 each, so they can go do something, hopefully with supplies or decorating their room or snacks or whatever they need.
So,
Maggie Yang is lucky number 1. While they're pulling her name up in her data, the Protect and Serve program, you guys, is something for teachers, first responders, police, firefighters, military, that whole group of people that are out there changing lives and making a difference. Depending, of course, on the price point, and there's stipulations, but we help with your closing costs. We are going to give anywhere from $500 to 1% even of the sales price. So definitely, you teachers, if you guys are thinking about buying a house, make sure you reach out to Emily or Alejandra, because
yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Hers says Virginia.
oh, holy crap! Maggie Yang in Virginia, you are lucky number 1.
Yes.
You're number 1.
All right. Let's do our
okay.
next
Wait for me to
one.
click it.
Yes. Let me click. Number 54.
Okay, let's see who that is. 54 is Iris Lopez.
Iris Lopez. Let's see where Iris Lopez is.
Iris Lopez.
That's really cool that y'all reached someone in Virginia.
Yeah, she's from Houston.
She's local.
Woo.
Very cool. Iris, you're going to have to reach out to them. Maybe, hey, you know what, y'all? Also, you could think about teachers, not trying to like tell you to change careers, but you could always get your real estate license as well and do it part-time, because you have weekends off at most of the time and you have summers off. So, and Emily and Alejandra can train you guys.
Yeah.
Exactly. And on that note, you can refer people to us if you are busy during your school year, and get a referral fee paid from us when we close that client. So
Yep.
You don't even have to do anything.
yeah, you literally have to do nothing. Just say, hey,
Yeah.
this person is ready to buy, or this person wants to sell. We take care of everything, and we pay you your referral fee. So
And referral fees are substantial. It's freaking
Mhm.
nice.
Yeah.
yes.
Okay, who's number 3, y'all?
Next one.
Let's see. 93.
93.
That is Catherine Hoskins.
Yay, Miss Hoskins. She's the music teacher at my previous school.
No way! Yay! That's very cool.
She's gonna love it. Hope you're watching, Catherine.
Yes.
That's a personal one. That's very awesome. Love it.
Yes. All right.
Okay, who's number 4?
Number 4 is number 9. And that is Maria Chavez.
Yay, Maria Chavez.
Y'all know her?
We're getting her ready. Yes.
Woo! I love
It's
that.
coming. It's coming.
Love it, you guys.
She's local.
And who's
too.
our last winner?
Okay, let's
Last
see. Oh, do you want to
one.
pick this one?
Oh, you muted it. Last one, number 3.
Number 3. And that is Karina Aguilar.
Karina. That's one of my friends too. Oh my gosh. She did her student teaching like my second year at what the school that I was at, and she came to observe me, and I was like, all right, you're gonna learn what not to do. That always stuck in my brain. Yay!
Okay,
right.
so go through, if we could, let's announce the 5 names one more time, guys, starting with number 1.
Okay, number 1 is Maggie Yang.
Number 2, Iris Lopez.
Number 3, Catherine Hoskins.
Number 4, Maria Chavez.
And number 5 is Karina Aguilar.
Yay!
Congratulations.
For sure. Now, guys, how do they receive their winnings?
Well,
Last time we did a Amazon gift card, so we just sent it to their email.
mhm.
Perfect. And so you have all their emails, right?
Yes.
Yay.
Definitely.
And y'all, this is something that these two came up with, like totally from their hearts, because they know y'all are going through it and they like want to give back. And I think that's such a beautiful thing. So thank you, Emily and Alejandra. Y'all are freaking awesome. And I love
You're
that.
welcome.
Thank you.
We love y'all.
Yay! Okay, 5 winners. Number 1, reach out to Emily and Alejandra because they got your back and they got your winnings that you're going to have in your email, of course. Number 2, if you are a teacher and you want to buy a home, or you have a home to sell or rent or invest or anything like that, please make sure and reach out to Emily and Alejandra. They know you, they love you, and they want to help you. And then number 3, if you do want to look at like a career, a side hustle, or doing a change of careers, or maybe you're at the end of your career in the teaching world, maybe you want to retire and do real estate, reach out to both of them. That we have amazing programs to get you guys started in real estate and to get you ramped up in production, just like those two are. And we're just here to help and change lives. Final thoughts. Alejandra, start with you.
Final thoughts. I just want to help everybody be successful. And when I purchased my house 5 years ago, it was just such a good experience. And so I want everybody to have that experience. And so I'm here to serve. So call me.
Do you have any regrets, Alejandra, about your switching of careers?
No, I don't. I'm really loving, I'm still educating. Now I'm just educating about real estate and being smart about your money and, how to go about getting, using your money wisely to have an investment to build wealth for your family in the future. So I'm still teaching. It's just different.
That's right. Emily, how about you? Final thoughts.
Yes, I just want to say thank you to all the teachers that signed up for our giveaway, that are supporting us, teachers that supported us during our careers as teachers. Like, it's just so amazing to be able to give back. And if you do have any questions or just wondering about anything real estate, we're here to help. We want to help. And so just thank you.
Love it, you guys. Y'all are awesome. And you guys and anyone paying attention, the real estate world, consumers, whatever you are, tune in every Monday, 12 p.m. Central Time for the next episode of Rise and Thrive. Because remember, together we rise, together we thrive. You guys have an amazing day. Bye, y'all.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Bye.
Thanks, guys.